So this is definitely one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to. Maybe I just haven't been to enough cities, but this is definitely stunning. Beautiful River Avon, beautiful bridge. The more I walk around, the more interesting, beautiful things I see. Looks like a kayak going, oh no. Looks like he's taking lessons, and looks like he's flipping over. Hello everybody, this is Mike, and you're watching Mike in Town. This is my 4th video about Bath, England. In case you would like to see my previous 3 videos, I'll leave the links in the description below. So we're looking at the beautiful River Avon, and to the left of us is the Pulteney Bridge that was completed in the year 1774. It was designed to seamlessly blend the 2 parts of the city together, and it beautifully achieves that goal because when you're on it, it doesn't feel like you're on a bridge. It just feels like you're on another street in the city because it has shops and restaurants on the bridge itself, so the transition from one side of the city to the other is seamless. So we'll go and cross that bridge when we get there, so hopefully you'll see what I mean. And I would also like to point out that this bridge was completed 2 years before the United States became an independent country. Anyway, let's go check out the bridge and see what's going on the other side of the city of Bath. Pulteney Bridge. That's what this place is called. And I'm just gonna walk across it and check out that part. Here we can see how this looks like a regular street with shops and restaurants on it instead of a bridge. So I'm pleasantly surprised by this place. I know I've said it enough times, but I've been truly taken aback by the beauty of this place. So I understand that we're here in the prom queen of English cities, and that's why it has a bunch of tourists here from all over the world. And of course, that's why I chose to come here as well, for the beautiful aesthetic of the city. When I was looking at English cities to visit, this came up at the top of the list. They have a French cafe here, and let's see what else is going on this side of the city. We'll take a look at the real estate listings coming up. So to let means to rent, I believe. Rental prices in Bath. I'm not sure what a clan down is. Or maybe that's the location. Yeah, I guess that's the location. So you get a 3 double bedroom. Oh, 25 minutes from Bath. Get a city center apartment for £1,700 per month in the center of Bath. I'm not sure how that compares to London, but I'm guessing it's pretty similar. That looks beautiful, that hill.
But you don't walk.
So I see a sign in front of us right there that says chemist, and it looks like a pharmacy, so I wonder if it's like a compound pharmacy maybe. So these townhouse buildings here, it looks like quite a few of them are bed and breakfasts, and I've even seen a hotel advertised here in one of these buildings. I'm not sure what kind of trick this dude on a scooter is trying to do. What is this guy doing here? American Muscle. Like a water fountain in the middle of that roundabout, or is that a square coming up here? That's another beautiful square. Another thing I noticed, cars that are parked in opposite direction of traffic. I'm guessing that's legal. Of course, in Los Angeles, it's not, and you would get a parking ticket violation because you're facing in the wrong direction. But I guess I have seen that quite a few times here, and I'm guessing that's okay because people do it, and it doesn't seem like they have a ticket on their window. And same thing here. So I see it all the time here, so I'm guessing that's considered or that's allowed. Yeah, see, it's all over the place. Looks like a sign for Bath Rugby. It says to the right there must be a rugby field down there. Oh wow, look at that, Bath Croquet Club. Wow. I have played croquet before, but it's been a number of years. I do like it. This seems like a pretty physically active city. I saw quite a few people running, and there's a golf course around here, and looks like they have a lot of places for outdoor sports activities. So these beautiful old townhouses are very aesthetically pleasing and so nice to look at, but I was just thinking, it seems like a lot of Americans would be weary of living in a house built in the 50s for the fear of a lot of things breaking and all the maintenance. And can you just imagine living in a house built in the 1750s? I don't even want to think of what kind of maintenance that requires and all the upkeep that goes into something like that. So it looks like we got a museum here and gardens. And this city just keeps going, huh? So that's the Holburne Museum. We just passed by. I heard they have an extensive silver and art collection. Look at that, they have an American museum here in Bath. Wonder what's in there. Oh boy. It's kind of hard to imagine most people in England living in these 300-year-old buildings. And we do have a newer style housing development here on the left-hand side. I'll pan over so you can take a look. It looks like this housing development is called the Sydney Mews. And I've seen that term mews so many times here in England, so I looked it up, and apparently it means horse stables that later got converted into housing. And then they still use that term to refer to housing that was built to look like it got converted from horse stables, even if it wasn't. So I'm guessing that's just a term they use for housing in that kind of style. The bird bath. I wonder what that is. It kind of looks like it might be a hotel. So there seems to be a lot of older type houses here. I'm not sure what kind of houses most people here live in, if it's the newer style or the older style. But based on the areas I've been to so far, it seems like a lot of these buildings are pretty old. I looked it up and did find some data, but that's for the UK as a whole, and it says that most people in the UK live in housing classified as pre-1900, so I guess most people in the whole of UK live in houses built before 1900, so I guess we'll leave it at that. That also looks like a hotel, I guess. And this looks like just private homes. I'm not sure if these are just bigger style mansions that a single family would live in, or if there's a building inside with several units. It's kind of hard to see behind all the trees and the brush. These are pretty big houses, kind of remind me of Pasadena, California. A little bit. I think that's because Pasadena has a lot of older style houses. I think a lot of them were modeled after the English type houses we see here. I guess that's a bed and breakfast. Pulteney House, B&B. Huh. Home for sale. Wow, this is 3 stories. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. These are pretty massive houses. That's a big size home. Not sure what year they date back to. But especially compared to small London apartments, these are gigantic. Yeah, that building across the street definitely looks more like it would contain several units, or what we'd call maybe townhouses. It doesn't really look like it's a single family individual house. Almost made it back to the hotel. It would be nice to get a view from that hill up there. I guess there's a hike that goes up there, but it's a 6-mile round trip. And it's the end of the day, so it's something you definitely would want to do during the day. Looks like there's also a river walk. You can walk along the river down below. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. We'll do a little bit more tomorrow. Have a good night.